Welcome to the In Her Light podcast, where we talk about all things energy, ascension, 5D business and manifestation, and the courage to stand in your light and shine no matter the fuck what. I am your host, Simone Hodgins, and this is In Her Light. Hello, my loves, and welcome to the In Her Light podcast, where you are most definitely encouraged to shine your light unapologetically, like the badass bitch that you are, and really claim the abundance and the wealth and all the amazingness that you truly desire to have in your life. That's what this is all about. And so here we are. And today is the third podcast. And so I'm really aiming to keep these podcasts coming out every Friday or Saturday, depending on what's going on in my life. So it's not always that easy. So for example, today when I went out for a walk before I was going to sit down and do my podcast, I actually love to go for a walk because I find that it moves the energy and it just really gets me into an open, clear channeling space to really receive whatever is meant to come through. So I always like to go for a walk first. And I have a property with about 400 acres. And so there's lots of room to go walking around. And so I went out with my dog and he decided to run off, and he is like a 100-pound pit bull. He is the cutest thing in the world. And we have coyotes and all sorts of critters. Obviously, we have bears. Most of them are asleep by now for the winter. But anyway, he decided to run off. I couldn't find him after a while, and I wasn't too worried about it because I don't think the coyotes are going to eat him. He's a pretty tough cookie. He'll probably eat them. But actually, they'll probably all make friends and run around and play together because that's just the kind of guy he is. But anyway, his name is Blue. So he ran off, and I actually, after wandering around in the blueberries looking for him, I decided to come back home and get my Jeep and just go driving all around in sort of like the outer areas where he was like most likely to be. And of course, I did find him out there, and my white Jeep looks like a ball of mud, but I had so much fun. And I did not have time to do my podcast on time, so it's not going to come out today until Saturday, but that's totally okay, right? So today's episode is really all about the importance of sales and the sacred service that you are providing with your powerful work. And the reason why I want to talk about this today is because I have literally had 4 people talk to me about this over the last couple of days. And, 2 of those conversations were around raising their prices and feeling into being able to do that from a place that feels like it's expansion versus, oh my God, are people going to pay this? And the other one was really about when it comes to the money conversation. So when he's having a call with someone, or she actually is having a call with someone, and the time to discuss what the investment is, this person today, actually 2, there was a he and a she, that were actually saying similar things, but that it was, you know what, I just feel like I'd rather text it to them or, give them a sales page or something like that, like a 1-page offer page. And I'm just here to tell you that, your business is here to give you a sense of freedom, wealth, and abundance. And also, it's like a place for you to just authentically express through you whatever wants to come out, because the people that you're meant to serve have a soul contract with you, and they're going to find you when you stand in your light and you shine your light. That being said, your work is helping people. And I don't care if you're a healer, you're a coach, whatever it is that you're a mentor, whatever you are helping, leading, and guiding people through, is that you are taking them from where they are to where they want to be, number one. But the most important piece of that is that you are taking them from being in the same struggles, the same pattern, the same survival patterns and fears, and operating from those states of being for many of them, like many, many, many years. And so I just want you to actually look at the perspective from, speaking to somebody who is literally creating the same relationships, the same financial struggles, the same kinds of feast to famine patterns, the same kind of, all the same kind of over and over. It's like, you know what? It's same play, different actor over and over and over again. And what's it worth for somebody to actually shift out of that and step into their expansion, into their potential, no longer repeat the old patterns, and actually create a life on purpose? And so for me, I feel like, yeah, what is that worth? But what is it costing you? Or what is it costing these people, not you, to actually stay in a state of the same? Like, do you want to live your life the same fucking day, the same fucking year, 80 times over? Do you want to live your, if the average person lives to be 80, I say it's longer now because we're in the ascension, world of ascension. And of course, we look a lot younger, we feel a lot younger, we live a lot longer, all of these things. But right now, for the sake of things, it's like, okay, so if the average person lives to be 80 years old, most people literally go through their entire lives from the time that they're like a young teenager to the time that they are an adult with the same kinds of patterns, the same kinds of behaviors, the same. And so what do they create? Money is a struggle. You have to work hard. Like people aren't going to pay for something unless they are getting some sort of something back that is like, they pay for what they want versus what they need. Like you can have all these thoughts and all these beliefs. And in fact, one of them said to me today, actually, I do believe that people are not investing in themselves right now because I think that people are buying money or buying Christmas presents with their money instead of spending money on, their own health and well-being and all of this. And I'm saying absolutely not. If you believe that, of course, you're going to experience that. But if you actually were to really look at the way it goes, first of all, this is the season where most of us are really reflecting on this past year. And most humans reflect on not all of the amazing things that they did, but they're reflecting on all the things that they didn't get done. They're reflecting on all of the things that they didn't get to experience or have, or the goals that didn't get met. And so now they're in this place where they're really, really seeing it and feeling it. And of course, they want to create and set a new precedent for the next year. And so this is the time. And I don't mean this in a way that it's like we can manipulate people, when they're vulnerable. I'm talking about this is where you have such, as a service provider, coach, healer, leader, artist, this is where you have such an opportunity to actually connect with the people who need you the most at the time that they need you the most. And this is the time. And I want you to know that your service, whatever it is that you provide, is changing lives. This is the medicine that the planet needs. When you really stake your claim and own who you are and own your desires and own what it is all about for you, you are going to create such a different ripple effect with your work, because you're going to know that you are creating the change that this world needs. You are helping people to find peace. You are helping people to get out of the distraction and the fear and the old cycles and the old habits and, carrying all of their resentments and all of their fears and all of their angers in the backpack like they have. You're helping them to set them down and give them freedom and liberation. And this is what we're here for. Okay. So when it comes to money, it's your own beliefs around money that are giving money the power that it has, because money is just money. It's actually neutral. I've heard so many different theories. Money's masculine, money's feminine. I feel like sometimes it is masculine and sometimes it is feminine. But I will tell you this, money is an amplifier. It amplifies the dominant vibration that you are in and the dominant thoughts you have about it. And you are the one giving it the power over you versus it having you having the opportunity to have power over it. Okay. I just lost my mind for a minute there, but really money is just an amplifier, and it amplifies exactly where you are and how you feel about it. So energetically. And so don't worry if you know that you are going, oh my God, I'm just totally amplifying the lack because I'm focused on all the things I don't have. And I'm worried about the money. I'm worried about, am I going to get clients who want to pay me? Because you know what? Just notice that. And when you notice that, you are every decision that you make, should I invest in this thing? Can I buy this gift? Can I take this trip? When you are checking in with your money to ask permission for every freaking thing that you do in your life, you know that money has control over you and you've given it the power. But I want you to take your power back, because your service is sacred, and you selling and offering your services is what this planet needs in order for you to help the people. So you have the solution for so many people to help them elevate their lives and change their lives. But because you're worried about them saying no, because you would rather avoid disappointment, because you would, because of old thoughts and ways of being around money that it has to be hard, you're actually going to stay small, play small, be in the field of predictability, and create a disappointing life in order to avoid being disappointed. So that is some bullshit, and it's got to stop. So I really want you to consider that when you are selling, you are launching, you are, hopping on a sales call, there's always going to be ups and downs. There's always going to be people who say no. And there's sometimes going to be people who say yes. And what we want to do is we want to have more times people saying yes than no. And how that works is that instead of you chasing people and getting them to try and buy something from you, what if you are actually unapologetically showing up, co-creating with the universe, claiming the value that you have, the value of your work and what it has for the people who are meant to receive it? What if you claim that, own that, and show up like that, no matter the fuck what? Then you will become a magnet to the people who are wanting your work. So it becomes less about you. I'm going to tell you something. I am not going to get on a sales call with anybody and convince them of anything, actually. And because I used to do sales calls, and they would be fucking 2 hours long, and I would totally be beating around the bush about how much it is and what's going on and all of this stuff, right? And now, other than yesterday, I actually did hop on a sales call, but it wasn't because it was a sales call. It was because it was a referral, and this person wanted to connect with me and ask me about some things and whatever. But other than that, I'm not getting on a call with somebody to try and sell them anything ever. I just have people reaching out to me to work one-on-one, But even that is coming to an end very soon because I don't want to work with people one-on-one unless it's highly aligned and at a very good price that I am willing to exchange my energy in that close proximity for that amount of time. Other than that, I don't even want to do it because I know that I can impact and make so much more money in my business and help so many more people by doing what I'm doing, which is, low cost ads, connecting to tons of people, building the email list, and showing up, having fun on social media rather than letting social media run my life. And so like I've created a whole different process. So remember, you get to co-create your own process and you get to choose what that looks like, what that feels like, and you get to move in the direction that feels good. When it comes to offering your services, if it feels aligned to, this is why I say there is not one specific strategy for anybody. There's no cookie cutter 7-step system that is going to change your life because everyone is different and we're all unique. And it has to be aligned with your highest excitement in order for you to actually want to follow it. Okay. So, really tuning in, getting very clear on what it is that you want and what do you want your sales process to look like? What do you want to offer? When I invite you to a party, it feels like, oh my God, I'm throwing the most incredible party. We're going to have champagne. There's going to be pink shit everywhere. It's going to be sparkly. It's going to be like absolutely, we're going to have like a next level DJ. The food's amazing. The drinks are going to be sexy. Everything's going to be amazing. Everyone has to wear, whatever, right? Whatever color, whatever. Like you put that together, you're super excited about, you're inviting people to your party. People are going to want to come to that party. You are so excited about this party, people want to come. Versus, oh my God, okay, I'm having a birthday party. You have to bring me a present. It's going to be, it'll be pretty good, I think. But yeah, it would be good if you came. But, I'm not sure how many people are coming. And actually, if I don't really have a whole big bunch of people coming, I probably will cancel it, because I'm not sure it's going to be that great. So which party do you want to go to, right? So this is literally how most of us are offering our stuff, and it's just got to stop. So we want to look at how are we showing up? How are we excited and aligned with our own offers and our own services? And how are we expressing it and sharing it? And how confident are we in that we can get the most incredible results for our clients? And we let that lead us and we let that guide us in how we create and show up and share our offerings. Okay. And the other piece of this is, you have to let go of selling as being something that's sleazy and that, people are just going to perceive you as greedy and that you just want money. And I will tell you, you are going to experience that as a light worker or an energy worker or a coach or a healer. There are going to be people out there who've got something to say about your prices, about your offer. How dare you charge for that and all of that. But I want to really, hit you over the head with this. That is not your shit. That is their shit, unless you take it on and make it your shit. Okay? So selling is fucking sacred. It is giving the people the opportunity to be in your energy, to receive from you, to be activated by you, to move through something that they need to work through, and to get a result that they are really looking for. And why the fuck would you not give that to them if that's what they need and want, right? It's not manipulation. It's not scammy. It's not any of those things, even though there are some people who are going to try and make you feel that way. Okay? And having boundaries around your pricing and having confidence in your pricing is going to shift everything for you. And again, I had another client who had someone book a call and book a session. And by the way, I am so like, stop selling one-off sessions. Like, oh my God, sell a package. Anyway, but this person had somebody who wanted to book a session and they wanted to pay for it after. And she said, no, when you e-transfer me, then, we'll book it and we'll get on the call and we'll do the session. And she really held on to her boundaries, even though the other person got really snarky about it. And she actually ended up, that person canceled on her. But she felt really good about it because she was like, if they canceled because they were mad that I wanted to, like it was my process that you pay for the service up front, if you don't like that, then you're not my person. If you're going to fight about that and you're going to be mad about that, then you probably weren't going to pay anyway. So just the fact that she held that boundary was really awesome, and I was super happy for her. So the way that you are going to sell out your offers and bring the people to you, and this is funny because I'm just in the middle of promoting a new offer, and with my friend, with Gail, the bougie healer, and we have this program. It's called the Worthy Wealthy Healer, the Worthy Wealthy Healer, but it's actually just called the Wealthy Healer Bundle. And she has the mothership, which is like, galactic. She is just like, she's a galactic channel. She activates your light language. She does all of this kind of energy work and activations and ascension work, and it's awesome. And so she has a container and I have a container that is about, there's going to be a lot about clearing and activating your money story, okay? And but also I'm going to give you a lot of really amazing ways to build and create the business of your dreams that gives you absolute freedom. And I believe the things that I'm teaching in here are very different, and they're going to show you a way to create the wealth and the freedom that you want from a way that feels fun, and you're going to make a ton of money very quickly. And it's not about creating a big fat high ticket program and then getting one person that pays a lot of money so that you can now breathe for a couple of months because you've got one high ticket client. Like, this is like, no. So what I'm doing is helping people to activate their business and make a ton of money. And Gail and I are both holding space for both aspects of every part of what it means to be an ascended 5D spiritual entrepreneur who is anchored into higher dimensional fields, higher dimensional frequencies, and operating from complete love and expansion and abundance versus operating from lack, fear, and shame. So that's what that is all about. And we are in the middle of doing that. Meanwhile, both of us it was kind of, we're in our early bird. We have a couple of days of early bird and it's supposed to end today, but we actually haven't promoted it as much because we've been doing so many things. And I think we're going to extend it for a couple of days, but it's all good because we have people jumping in and we want people to have the opportunity. I haven't even shared it on all my social medias. I've only put out one email. So like we need to do something, but again, honestly, showing up, sharing your stuff. I also have a funnel that's going to it. We're going to fill that puppy up. It's there's no worries about it. So I think that's probably part of it because we're not feeling into like, oh my God, the stress of it. But it's like, how you sell out your offers is that you become a match for that version of you that offers incredible things that people want to be a part of. And on a side note, what I want to say to you is this, is that if people come into your offer and you say you want to have 10 or 20 people in some offer that you have, and 1 or 2 people sign up, I just want you to know, then you are going to fucking show up as if there are thousands of people, because someday there will be. Someday that offer may be seen and heard by thousands or even millions of people. So show the fuck up just the same, okay? That's super important. And that actually collapses the timelines and brings that version of you so much closer to you if you hold that energy and you stay in the desire, you stay in the vision, you stay and you allow the energy to compound. You are going to collapse timelines. So whether it's this particular offer that you have or the next one, doesn't matter. And I'll tell you something else. You don't always have to be launching. You can literally be offering things every fucking day, little things here and there, big things, little things, medium things. You can create a sales funnel. I love doing a sales funnel that creates automated, evergrown, what the hell is wrong with me? Evergreen programs where money is just coming in on repeat, where you are getting your message out, you are making an impact, you are connecting with thousands of people, you are building your email list, which no one can take from you because, as we all know, social media can shut down your platform at any time if you say or do something they don't like, or even if you don't do anything at all and they shut it down. So this has happened to several of my friends, one of them having over 100,000 people on her list, on her Instagram, and she lost it for nothing. So I am a big fan of doing these things to automate your business on the side, which allows you to have what would we call that? A safety net. It allows you to have a certain amount of money coming in, and it continues to scale. It continues to grow as you up the budget. Your ads are paying for themselves. There's more and more overflow. People are coming in. So now when you go and you create an offer or you put something out there, there's no desperation. There's no attachment to, oh my God, there has to be this many people, or I'm just gonna, it literally changes everything. When you are creating your business from a place of safety, and safety is the key word for everything that you do, you can't achieve ease, peace, flow, joy, abundance until you achieve a feeling of safety. It's being safe and accessing the safety and the power in every now moment where you are always safe, you are always sovereign, and you are able to tap into the abundance, the joy, the peace, the flow. But it is from a place of safety that you can build your business. And this is how I love to teach people how they can build their business. But anyway, having the faith. And I just talked about this in the workshop. If you have not seen the workshop, The Wealthy Healer, you must get the workshop. It is $44. I can put the link in the show notes. And I will also put the link for the Wealthy Healer bundle because we're going to have it until the end of the weekend. Because again, my podcast is out late. I didn't get to talk about it. I haven't even posted it or shared it on Facebook or whatever. But anyway, so it's here. So I'm going to put it there. And I want you to know that one of the things that we talked about in that workshop, where we went deep with actually removing limiting beliefs. And it's not just, hey, I'm going to just figure out what are my limiting beliefs so that I can see them and have awareness in them, because that is very important, but that's just usually the tip of the iceberg. This is what people call mindset work. And then we're done. We just we've gotten really focused. We know what the problem is, and we're going to just shift our focus on what it is that we want. And we're going to fix our thoughts, and we're just going to fix everything. And that is not true. What we did was we went layers deeper into that. And I don't know, I might have talked about this on a podcast, where we went into identifying those limiting beliefs, what it is that we want, what's stopping us from having it, who would we be, and how would we be showing up without that? And then going into what are we carrying around all of this? What are the resentments that we hold? How do we resent money? How do we resent people in our lives? What are we, carrying around our own selves, our body, our health, money, whatever? Okay, like all of that. Noticing, writing all that down, creating a list of everything that you are carrying, and then going into a phase of forgiveness, and then going into a phase of really tapping in and tuning in to the faith that it is already done. Because if you desire something, and I know you've heard me say this, if you desire it, it is meant for you. It is not something that God has given in front of your face to want with all of your heart, to say, no, you can't ever have that. You can't ever be that. You can't ever do that. And the only thing that ever is fucking stopping you from doing, being, or having all of what it is that you desire is you and what you believe about it and what you believe about you and the stories that you have taken on and attached yourself to and taken ownership of. And so when we do that work, it shifts everything for you. So having faith in what it is that you want and knowing that it is done. You don't know how it's going to happen. You just know that it's going to happen. And I also want you to really tune into this version of you. And this was amazing because one of the girls I was talking to yesterday, I think she has 120,000 followers on TikTok and 80,000 followers on Instagram. And all of that happened in the last few months. And, her business is now going through the roof and she's getting booked out and all of these things. And, the faith of knowing what it is that you desire is done. And that version of you is already there, but tapping in and tuning into that version of you that already has it and asking, what is it that she desires? What is it that she desires? And then really connecting to that. Because, one of the things that came up also was that this girl is she's writing a book that is actually it'll be a New York Times bestseller. She's got, she's creating an app. She's actually doing a lot of really incredible things. And she's like, I know that I can actually achieve all of these things within the next 2 years. I'm 32 years old. And then is that it? And I'm just like, right? No, because we are expansive human beings. We are meant to expand, to push ourselves past all of the limitations because we are innately expansive. We are innately abundance. We are innately nature. What is nature? Nature's abundance, your abundance. That is your natural state, right? And so when you are actually tapping in and tuning into that, everything will shift for you. So I feel like, I don't even know how long I've been talking. Let me have a look at my microphone. Oh my gosh. Okay, 33 minutes. Okay, so I try to keep these short and sweet. I don't want to overwhelm you. I will be doing a lot of things coming up around, tapping in and tuning into the desires, the wealth, the abundance. And it's not because I'm obsessed with money, but I'm kind of obsessed with people having fucking money because I'm so sick and tired of this old paradigm of all of us in this fucking struggle to survive and paycheck to paycheck or desperately needing a client because if we don't get that client, we're not going to be able to pay the bills. Oh my God, oh my God. And you guys, I have been the breadwinner for my family. Now, Dave is now my partner, okay? So we work together and we create this together. And honestly, he's always been my biggest support because when we had babies and, we had my older son, and then we had these two younger ones who are now 10 and 11. And, he was there while I was building and working and traveling and speaking and doing all these things. And now he supports me in all the technical aspects, all of the branding, all of this stuff. And oh my God, you guys, we've created such a life of freedom together. But initially, for the longest time, it just felt like all of it was on me. It was all on my shoulders. It was so, oh my God, sometimes I felt like I was going to drown. And it's just like, fuck that shit. I'm so done with that. I'm so happy to be in a place where I feel free and I feel alive and I feel like, you know what? It's like I've built for myself, two multi-7-figure companies. I have actually lost everything. I've lost everything. So I've been at the height, I've been at the lows, and I've been back at the height. And, I've been there, done that. And right now I'm at this really incredible sweet spot where it's not even about the money at all. It's literally just about being able to wake up, feel excited about what I'm going to do today, get out and get it done, have fun with it. And you know what? Go for a walk when I want in the middle of the day with my dog in the middle of nowhere, backyard field, or go shopping, or go get my hair done, or go get my nails done, or my lashes. Yes, I'm a high maintenance bitch, but this is it. So, we get to do these things because we have freedom, and we get to just spend time with our families. We get to, go to a restaurant. We get to go and take a trip somewhere if we want to. This is what we came here for. This is why we started our business, was A, to give back and to assist humanity in this greatest evolutionary shift of human consciousness ever, while at the same time creating more freedom, more abundance, more joy, more ease, and all of it. And that's what we're here for. So, I love you. I'm going to stop talking now. And I want you guys to go and check out the Worthy Wealthy Healer, the Wealthy Healer workshop and the bundle, and get your ass in here. Let's make some magic. I love you. I'll see you in a week.